Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda. Welcome back. I've been in my craft room this morning just kind of playing around and thought, well, I better turn the camera on so you guys can see because maybe you want to do some as well. I decided to, I was watching Rachel at Roxy Creations this morning, and she puts out these weekly challenges. This one is from about a year ago, maybe just a little over a year ago, where she's collaging on book page this way, and then she's making page flips or little booklet flips or something. But we're gonna give that a try. I've already started because I was just wanting to get started, but I do have some more papers because I think making a few of them is going to be a great idea. Perfect to mass make. So if you'd like to craft with me, grab some book page, some of your pretty papers. I just use a glue stick today, and I have my ruler for doing papers, like for ripping paper, and I'm using a lot of my scraps. And these are scraps that come from Antonio Makes. They come from Liz at the Paper Project, Caroline from Caroline's Craft Tree, and from Roxy Creations as well. I'm using some of hers, and they were all like freebies and a couple of the pieces of kits that I've used for my when I do my design team projects, and there's just a whole bunch of little pieces. So there's 3 sheets of book page together, and I've just put them together and then added the paper on top. So there's no taping, there's no overlapping of that paper, it's just the paper. I just added the 3rd page, but I started with the 2 and I thought, whoa, stop, turn the camera on. And so we're going to just glue things together, and then we'll cut it up, and then we'll make little booklets with them. So let's just have a play. Grab your stuff or grab whatever you're working on, and this is just a very easy craft to do. Like if you're wanting to whip something up in a hurry, this is perfect. You can just do this and then you're ready to go, and you're ready to make pretty things. I don't know if you can see my glue thing. I don't think that's as important, but I want you to see this. But I'm gonna finish, I just added that one to the edge, but I'm going to finish my little bits over here. And so this is Caroline's Craft Tree paper, and you can use your ruler, you can cut with your scissors, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Use your cutting board, your cutter, just to if you like the lines to be completely straight. Wrong one. There, I'm just going to add it. So how's everyone? Hope you guys are all doing good. I'm doing pretty good. It's freezing cold here in Alberta where I am. The snow is blowing. It's very windy out, and talk about a change, because for a couple of weeks we had amazing weather, and now not so much. It's turned cold and cruddy, if I can use that word. Oh dear. But my daughter Amanda, she's off work today, so we won't have Braden. And he was here yesterday. We picked him up from school, and I don't know, he looked pretty down, and he said he was fine and things were good, but then when we got home here, he just told me that he feels like crap. Those were his words. He said his ankle hurt and his back hurt, and he's 11, you know, and so, yeah, felt kind of bad for him. But then he started the coughing, so that was not good. So pretty harsh cough. So hopefully he had a good sleep last night and he was feeling better today. So it's always hard when the kids are sick. You don't know what to do for them except for just be there for them. But his appetite sure hasn't diminished. He is a very good eater. Goodness. I'll just pop that one there. There, so that's what we have so far. We'll just come to the end piece here, and then we're just going to, this little page was a freebie on the internet. I can't remember, I found her on Pinterest, and I went to her site and checking her out. I don't even remember her name, it was so long ago. Like, sometimes I'll remember to write their names down and add it to a sheet of paper or whatever, and then that sheet of paper gets lost. So, but yeah, just gonna collage today, relax, enjoy our time together. I have little pieces here, little bits. Oh, that's pretty. Yep, I'll do that. So yeah, I think Rachel is doing, I think she still does her weekly challenges. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go check it out. Maybe that might be something to, it sure helps to get ephemera pieces and stuff for your journals when you do things like that. And then for me, it gets me out of my comfort zone as well, doing little things like that, especially if it's something I haven't tried before. So I'm just going to straighten this out with my ruler. It might as well be consistent with the rest of what I have going here. Oh yeah, that's lovely. There we go. It's February 1st today. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. I just can't believe it. It's gone so fast, the month of January. Yeah, I'll just pop that there now. My glue book is just an old, oh, what's the name of the company? Creative Scrapbook magazine. And that's just something that I think you get them from the, well, drugstores or bookstores or whatever. Just add a little piece there. Oh, a little thinner maybe. Just pop it there. Are you working on anything? You have projects on the go? What kinds of stuff are you making? I know there's a few of you that are still doing the long slim journal that we had done. a little bit ago, so that is so fun. I can hardly wait to see everything that you guys have created, because that inspires me. Every time I see something, it inspires me as well. And that's wonderful. Okay, so here's our collage. And I even have my cutter. So I was prepared. All right. So if I can remember what she had done, she made a wider one and a thinner one. So if I do one at 4 and one at 1 and 3 and 3 3 3/4, that makes it a little shorter. So there's that one. So if I do them that way, and then we'll see what we get. Just like that. And yeah, the glue stick, probably you might have little corners come up. All you have to do is, so 1, 2, so we get to make 3 of the little flips. And then I have this extra piece that can always be used, so don't get rid of your little edge pieces if you have them. All right. Okay, so there's that. And then this one, oh, they're pretty. I like them. Yep. So we've got 6 to play with, and then you can ink them up as you go. You can ink them up all now. I think I'll wait until I have them put together. So before I get ahead of myself, I'm just going to take some of these papers and I'm going to glue them. I'll trim them all down after they're all glued. Just make sure that they're going to fit on here. So that's what I'm going to do now. It'll make sense once we get going. I thought, well, there's no point in me doing it once and then without you and then doing it again when we can just do it together. I don't know if do you like it if I pre-make projects, or do you like it when we do them together? Maybe I should ask that, and then you guys can tell me. And then if you do like pre-made projects ahead of time, then I can certainly do that. But if you like how we do it now, you know, just by doing it together and learning it together, then let me know that too, please. All right, there's one. Oh, where'd the second one go? Underneath. All right. And if you find once you attach these, if they are still coming up, just use some of your wet glue, whichever glue that may be. And then I'm just going to leave a little space in between. And that'll be for the bending of it. And then what's nice is on the opposite side you have pretty paper. All right, so I'll set that aside to dry. We'll go to the next one. Oh yes, and I have Tina, some of Tina's papers too from Shabby Dabby Doodah. This was a subscriber freebie a year ago, possibly. Yep, it was upright. Had to make sure I wasn't putting it on upside down. As you know, I have a draw for Friday, so if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description so you can go and check it out. And yeah, I have quite a few giveaways. Like, I've just been, I guess February is the month for me at the moment for a big giveaway. So there, I'm going to put it aside to dry. Grab another page here. There we go. I think I need to change my paper though. This one's getting pretty gluey. And if you like to make pockets and stuff like that, then don't throw these away. You can repurpose those as well. Even though they're shiny, you can do a little sanding on them if you want. You can add gesso to them. The Mod Podge, you can add that as well, and it just acts as a barrier for when you put your glue and stuff on. There we go. Never seem to get the edges properly, which I find odd, because the glue stick comes right off the paper. So yeah, don't know how that works. When I first started using the glue stick, well, I could never figure out why things never stuck. Well, it's because I wasn't using enough glue. I thought, oh, a little bit is best, but yeah, a little bit is good, but you still need to ensure that it sticks down. So now I make sure nothing comes up, and if it does and the glue stick still doesn't work, then I use my wet glue. All right, so there's our last one. See, like this one here. I don't know if it dries before it adheres to anything or what the deal is, but yeah. All right, to move that out of the way. Okay, so here we have our collages we just made. So, I think I'll take my cutter just to cut it down a little bit here. And I'm going to cut it right on the very edge of my paper there. Of the edge of it. And if it doesn't get it all, that's okay. I'm just aiming to make it a touch straighter than what it is. And then down this edge. I'm barely taking any of the image paper off. So just like that. Oh, better do this edge too. Get ahead of myself sometimes. You know that. All right. Okay. We'll see if we can get, how many we can get done today. All right, so I have some cotton. This is the cotton sheet. And this is here so that it can bend. But I'm going to add a strip down here. And I'm not going to bend it yet. I'll wait. But let's just see what we can do here. And it might not be exactly how she's done hers, but you know, it's the inspiration that comes when we see something. It inspires us to create, and then you just make it your own. And I'm going to keep my little threads because I usually use those. So this I am going to use a liquid glue. And you can sew. You can sew down here if you want. You don't have to just glue it, but you can sew down both sides, and it gives it another look of pretty, another element on there. So I'm just going to smooth it out with my finger, because with this fabric it will seep through. And you don't have to have it this thick if you don't want it. You can make a nice thin strip and do it. Just gonna trim it. That pretty paper inside. All right, so let's just fold it up. And see, one is a bit shorter, but that it gives it interest. And if you're putting it into, if you're making a smaller journal, then if you want to add it as a page, you can. So that's one, and then we'll do the same to all three. I'll just cut them up, and then we will dress them. I think Rachel times herself. She has a timer and she times herself. I don't have a timer. I did think of to do that, and then I actually went and purchased a timer, and it didn't work. So Tom took it back, and then just decided, well, maybe not. But I do have a phone if I really want to. If I really want to do that, I can just use my timer on my phone. That'll be all right too if I do that, but there we go. And then I'll just do the other one at the same time, and then, whoops, and then we'll get it done as well. There we are. Got a little quiet there. Sorry. Just concentrating on making sure I do a straight line. Even though it's a cutter, sometimes I wonder. All right, so there we go. So those are cut now. And then we can just get the fabric on there. And yeah, this is from that bed sheet that I had got from the thrift store. Very first time I ever saw a bed sheet that was not the fitted kind. I suppose I could purchase the fitted kind too and just cut the elastic out and use it. So that's an idea too, I guess, if you can't find the flat ones. I don't know if she put fabric on the inside of it. I have no idea if she did that or not. I'm not sure. I suppose I could have checked that out, but I was just so inspired to do this that I just started. I didn't watch it to the very end, but that's okay, right? Because we still, I'm going to interpret it as my own, hopefully. You could leave the ends dangling if you wanted. That would look really nice. And so that will be the inside. And then have your split there. There we go. And then one more. Yeah, just I just squiggle the glue down if you're gluing, and then spread it out, and then it doesn't come through the fabric, which is good. This one's kind of curly. Come on. There we go. Just have to talk nice to it. Sometimes it works. Okay, that's better. All right, let's get the little crease in there worked. And then on this one, the shorter one ended up in the front, and that's okay too. That looks good. Just straighten it out a little bit here. There we go. So we have all three. So let's dress them up. All right, I don't know why I'm popping the lid on there, but there you go. Oops. All right, I have some flowers and some butterflies. And, oh, I have my case here. I didn't get any of my ephemera pieces out. Oh, dear. Just grab up some ephemera pieces. I have my little bins here. I'll just grab some out. I just keep it underneath my desk there, so. All right. And I don't know if Tim Holtz pieces will work here, but I'm kind of gearing towards the flowers and the butterflies. So I'll try not to take them all out because that would be a lot of stuff. But right away, that's beautiful. And then we can add a butterfly to it maybe if I have one that's small enough. Seems I have butterflies everywhere. See if I have one that's small enough. That one might be small enough. Anyway, let's just add some stuff. Pretty them up, and then like these would also be great as journal covers. You know, you could make journal covers out of these instead of using them as little inserts for your journal. So that's beautiful right there. And then butterfly. I'll have to leave that one for a minute. This one is dressed quite pretty as it is. So I think I do want some flowers on there though. It's just picking the flowers. There. Oh yeah, like that. So your decorations can be anything. There's nothing has to be specific, you know. If you want to use your punches or your die cuts to make little things for your covers, then do that. This one, I'm still determined to use that little butterfly because he's just so pretty. Something like that maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. You can add numbers, words, depends on what you're using it for. If it's going to be a cover, you could do a journal topper on it. Just move it a little to the side there. And the butterfly. Quick little projects, that's what I like. I know a lot of us, that's what we like. Quick little projects. And then I have a number here. Oh, it's kind of the wrong color, isn't it? So I guess I won't be putting that on there. But I do have numbers and stuff in here. Just a little, yep, just need a little number. I really like numbers and letters and words. But numbers are always a favorite. And so there we have that one. So how quick were they? Goodness. Yep, I didn't mind those at all. So then I haven't put this together yet or anything. It's a very old cover, and I just added some chipboard in there, and it's going to be a cover, but I still need to put fabric and stuff on it. But I have these two signatures for inside of it, so I'm just going to show. You can have them in like that in your journal as a page, or you can add it, you can clip it in if you want, or you can have it glued down and have it open, and you can have pockets inside of there. I think I'm going to make one with some pockets, but that was just to show you a couple little ways of incorporating it. And then maybe I will, I wonder. Yeah, let's just do some pockets. And I'm going to use my book page that I have right here because, well, because it's here, it's nice, thick book page. It's not the thin stuff like dictionaries are, which is really good. But I want to make sure that we have a complete one so that you can see how it's done. So it's just about 4 inches long, or wide, sorry. I'm just going to do this paper at just under 4 because I don't want to cover up the fold. Well, the paper doesn't cut very nicely, or tear very nicely, I should say, so I took an extra little bit off. And then I'm just going to do that. So you can have stacked pockets, or you can have the side pockets. I'm just going to try a little something here. So that, and that. Right there. Okay. It'll make sense once I'm done. I'm just going to line it up just like that. Oop. Sometimes, this, as you know, this is how I roll. I just think of something and then I go with it. Most times it works out. Sometimes, maybe not so much. All right, so I'm just going to cut this bit off here, rip it, tear it, cut it, whatever you want to do. Normally, I glue it together first. This time, I did not. All right, so grab my glue. I'm just going to put glue on the two sides. And I'm not putting it on the bottom piece because it's the base. And then I'm just gonna glue that on there. I didn't put glue at the very bottom of that one, but I will on this one, because that'll be the bottom pocket. It would probably have been easier if I'd have just folded the paper, but you know, I didn't think of that right away. So this is how it got done. And the writing's upside down, but that doesn't matter because you can dress up the book page. There we are. And so then this is going to go right there, and you have pocket, pocket, and pocket. So I'll glue the 3 sides. I try to get it as close to the edge as I can, just so that there's more room in the pocket. Well, I guess these would be tucks. I don't know. They're pockets. Either way, they're pockets. Right? Fan the glue out. And there. So you'll have a pocket there, goes right down. This one goes right down as well because we didn't glue the bottom. And then this one, just a little tiny tuck, which is lovely. Tiny tucks are wonderful. And there you go. And then you can just fill it up with your goodness. Whatever you have, you can make tags with your scraps. Whatever you'd like. These are just from my book page. I think I'll leave them like that. Just cut the edge off and then see if I can pop it on a piece of... I'm just making a tag from my scraps using a book page. There's 2 pages here, so we'll end up with 2 tags, so that's awesome. Take it off. Okay, the glue has decided to take up residence on my fingers, so bear with me if you see the glue, because, yeah, it's stuck. All right, and there we have a tag, and it'll fit right in there. You can put an image on your tag if you want, whether it's another flower or a butterfly. There's some very, very large butterflies in there, but oh, that one looks pretty there. Colors for it are quite nice. There we go. And what you add, whatever you add to it will add structure for if you want to write on your tag or whatever, then you'll have, it won't be so flimsy now. I think the pockets are just about dry. And so there we go. And then we have another one. Just pick another piece of your scrap. Will that be tall enough? No. One of them will be. This one, perfect. So again, we're using up scraps, which is a great thing because I had none left, just a little bit, and now I have a huge amount that again I have to start getting rid of. There we go. It's just a little bit short, but I can trim that little bit off, which is fine. go. And a couple weeks ago, my sister-in-law Tracy, she sent me a box of goodness, and inside was a jelly plate. I don't know if you've ever used a jelly plate before, or if you've ever been interested in using a jelly plate, but yeah, she sent me one, and yesterday I decided I was going to have a play, and I had so much fun using it. Yeah. Oh, what do you think of that butterfly? Is he not the right? Oh, flower is huge on there. Oh, that's better. It looks like an older, vintagey flowers, I guess, because of the coloring. So I'm going to pop that on there. There we are. There. Just like that. Oh, that's very cute. Very cute. And then that can go into the next one. And then if you don't want to make, you know, tags, make just put in some of your scraps, your pretty scraps, because then somebody else can take them and use them and make something that they like. So that's nice and full just on the one side, and you can do the same to the other side or make normal pockets on the other side, but I think I'm going to leave that one blank. I don't know if that I want to cover it, but I might add some pages in here, and it's an instant mini journal. Why not? Why not? Let me see. We'll just do one more thing if you don't mind. I'm going to grab a couple of my tea stained paper, and I'm going to fold it in half long ways, because this is it's a smaller journal. So let's pop that inside there just for a minute. And I'm going to use that as a guide to cut my paper. And I'm trying not to cut the bottom of my journal. Ugh, there we go. And then I'll cut up. I could use an X-Acto knife, but there's not a lot of paper in here, so I think it's okay. And it doesn't seem, I'm not having a struggle to go through it. So I'm just going to straighten these out. And because there's only a few pages in here, you can sew it, you can staple it. I'm going to staple this one, I think, for now anyway. If it doesn't look proper, then I will take it out and sew it. I hadn't planned on doing this. I only planned on showing you these, but oh, they can be used for another one probably. All right, so I'm gonna turn it over, and I'm kind of holding it. I was holding it in place. Let's try that again. I'm going to actually put them all in. So I'll trim that one down again when I'm done. And it's because the back is shorter, remember? So I'm just gonna snip it in. This is definitely crafting on the fly, because none of this was expected, but I want to make sure that you have enough ideas for a project to get you started. All right, so I'm opening my stapler. This is just a cork board. It's from the dollar store. And I'm going to go into the little, where it's folded. You see the little space there. And I'm just adding my staples. Oh, move it up a little. Oh, that one's a little gibbled. Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't work. So I'll just move it. Probably because I'm using my left hand. All right, I'm not going to fight with it. I'll just leave it with the two just to show you. And so I'm going to, you just take it up off of your board there. And then these get folded in, just like so. And then your journal gets folded in. Give it a little trim. Yeah, there's not a lot of pages, so it's quite easy for me to trim it all off. And there you go. You have all your pockets. You have a little mini journal. How fabulous is that? That turned out quite nicely. And then if you have pockets on the back, you can have a pocket on the back like that. That's quite nice. Just cut it down. And it's only on regular paper, so I need to add it to something else. Do I have more book page that will fit? Yes, look at that. Oops, perfect. My husband figures every time I drop something, I need to have sound effects of something crashing. He says that would be quite funny if I had that. All right. Oh, missed the corner. Okay. Hopefully I haven't been going on too long for you guys. I just, yeah, I just had a quick project in mind, and then everything just kind of went from there. So how fun. I've been enjoying this anyway. I sure hope you have as well. Okay, so, and then there's our pocket. And let me just pop a tiny little divot in there. And then we're gonna just glue it to the bottom. And then you can put your, you can put a tag in there, anything. Like, how fun would it be to receive something like this in Happy Mail, filled with goodies, and even scraps, like for people to make their own stuff. I know we all have scraps, but you know, like just pieces that are of a size where you can make your own journal card, because we don't all have the same paper. We all have scraps, but we don't all have the same paper, which is awesome. So there, I'm just going to pop the two flowers in there. I quite like those. And just give those corners a chance to dry. All right, so I'm going to leave it there for now. So we created, wow, I'm just so excited. So we actually made a little journal. And then these, I think I'm going to put these into my signatures like I showed you, into that journal. So I'll put one in each signature, which I think will be awesome. And then this is the third one. So pretty. And with just using a master board. And I really like the idea of doing the book page sideways. And then you can do all your photos instead of doing it long ways, because that's usually what people do, right? So yeah, I just love that. So I really hope that you enjoyed that little craft. I had a lot of fun, and I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and being with me here. And I just wanted to quickly show you before we go. These are my jelly plate makes. Like, so pretty. And the gold paint that I used is very shiny. Like, I just can't believe how they turned out. Like, I've never done it before. And this is the negative of this one. So yeah, some of them are boring, but this is my favorite one. I used some stencils for a couple of them, and then most of these ones, it's just paint. Only a couple of colors I used. I wasn't sure what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. These ones are with inks, the oxide inks. So I wasn't a fan of those ones, but it's not on, it's just plain copy paper that I've used. I'm thinking for the ink ones, if I use the oxides, I need to use water paper. And then there's this one. So yeah, it's just a little show of what I've done. I'm going to probably play some more with them because they were so much fun to make. Okay, thanks so much for being here. Remember, our draw is on Friday. If you haven't checked that out yet, please go back and check that out, and I'll put a link to that video below. You guys have a most amazing, amazing day. Have a very blessed rest of your week. Take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.